This might be like a little bit of a rant type video because I honestly see BA scripting this, but let's talk about Daryl Dixon episode 4 and 5. So I'll kind of combine both reviews into one. So listen, episode 4 actually really irked me to the point where I couldn't even be like bothered to do a review because I just found it so insulting. They kill Isabel in the most underwhelming, stupid way possible. I feel like her death had no impact on the story in watching the following episode either, right? Daryl's reaction to her death was like, oh no, she's dead. Anyway, moving on. That's what it felt like. It felt like he didn't give two shits. That was insane to me. The way she went out getting killed by Lo Song, it just felt like so random and like so... I don't know. I hated it. I honestly hated it. And then I was thinking, okay, that's cool. Whatever. Moving on, I guess. Janae. They killed Janae off in the same episode, in episode 4. And her death was... I mean, it was kind of cool, don't get me wrong, but it was way too early. It's like she shows up with like 3 guys. Like, why? Why is she showing up with no one? And she gets dispatched pretty easily. And I was thinking, okay, so who's the big bad of the season? And then they end the episode, obviously, with, like, Lo Song. And they're like, oh, it's him, by the way. Cool. All right, I guess he's the big bad for the season. We'll come back to that, though. Anyway, moving on. The next part that really weirded me out is Daryl and Carol find this random community of old folks, okay? And they say, oh, we should probably look for Lo Song. And they're like, oh, but stay a night, will ya? And they're like, all right, we'll stay a night and then we'll look for Lo Song. I'm sorry, Laurent, Jesus. Like, yeah, we'll stay a night and then we'll look for Laurent. And then they stay like another night. Like, the search for Laurent is not that dire, it seems. I mean, I guess it turns out Laurent went to like another one of those safe zones, but even still, it feels like there's not really much haste with them going to look for Laurent. Anyway, next episode comes, and they kill Lo Song as well. Daryl kills Lo Song, and I guess the big bad of the finale is that random cult woman who was like the most underwhelming villain there was. I don't even remember her name. That's how fucking irrelevant she is. So we've got her as the big bad, I guess, for the finale. Like, not someone who was set up at all. Just a rando that no one really cares for, and no one finds particularly threatening. And I guess as well, we're also getting the Quinn's girlfriend is also being a villain, even though she shows up again, you know, for the first time since last season in this episode, just to be set up as another villain. I'm basing this off the Next Time trailer, okay? So don't say I'm spoiling the finale. Wild. Awful. Dreadful. And then also, part of me really didn't like the acting in episode 5. Maybe it's just me, but I thought it was kind of bad. Like, the acting with Ash when he was getting mad at Carol, it felt a bit wooden. Is that just me? And the acting between Daryl and Carol, some of the dialogue felt very wooden. Like they're going in circles talking about the same shit. Maybe I'm just like reading into it. I don't know. Yeah, listen, I really liked episode 2 and 3. I thought they were like really big step ups. These 2 episodes are trash. They're actually awful. Okay? I hate where the story's going. We'll see how the finale is, I guess. And maybe I'll do a more in-depth review of that. But these 2 episodes, not great. Really not great. Wasn't a fan of them whatsoever. So, yeah, I know this one wasn't like a very well-edited video. I didn't kind of go in depth as I normally do. I just wanted to sporadically kind of just splurt out my thoughts, I guess. So, yeah, that's it really. Not really much more to say. That's my brief review. I apologise, like I said, that it wasn't as nicely clean and polished, but these videos don't tend to get like tons of views, and I don't like to do things just for the views, but like they don't get like massive comment engagement either as well. So it's kind of like a mix of both, right? But then, you know, if you don't get comment engagement, it probably is reflective of like the views you get, right? I'd be happy if like a video got like 300 views if there was like 20 people commenting, right? But it's irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Sorry that the video is kind of lazy. But that's my brief review on those 2 episodes. I might do a more detailed one on the finale. We'll see.